Swaggy vlog current status, you guys know what time it is. This is the video that I've been waiting for about 4 months now. We moved to Puerto Rico in May. It is now September. This is my office tour. This is where I do everything. I conduct business meetings, I trade. I technically live in here because you guys know I work about 16, 17 hours a day. This is the office, those are the shades, this is the remote, and obviously it is going up. Connor, welcome to my office. Oh, okay. The office is done, and this is where I will be. This is the best office I've ever had. Clearly, you guys know clear as day. Connor, you're gonna throw a bunch of B-roll of my office at Circa, at Orsini, and Missouri. This is by far the best office I've ever had, and let me take you through a tour. So, I put everything in here very, very specific. Like everything is specific, everything is purposeful for my own life. Starting over here with this big basketball hoop. Yes, this basketball hoop can, go down to 7 feet, but obviously it goes all the way up to 10 feet. I obviously play college basketball. I have my basketball over there. I have my basketball over here. I have 3 basketballs in here. So a lot of the times when I'm working, and I feel like I've been at my computer too long and my eyes are getting too tired, I will get up, I will shoot around for about 20, 30 minutes, make me awake, and then I'll get right back to work. A lot of the times I'll do a whole workout in here. Aside from the basketball, you guys see everything around here. There are so many canvases here. I think these are the most canvases I've had in any place I've been at. And for the most part, I don't like using soundboards in terms of like having an echo. Like it was a massive echo in here when I first moved in here. And now not so much because instead of using soundboards, I like looking at motivational things. And a lot of these things are, every time I look at them, it's just like, wow, like all of them represent my life some way, somehow. So the canvases make up most of the room, and I still got some more coming. If you look over here, Connor. There's a bunch of canvases over here that need to be put up that aren't put up yet because again, we're still making sure everything goes together and trying to see where to fit at. So aside from the canvases, come over here. Bookshelf, 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 bookshelf. You guys know I'm an avid reader. All of my books aren't even here yet. They're still like transitioning from Florida, or obviously LA to Florida, then Florida to Puerto Rico. But for the most part, these are most of them. A lot of business and trading books over here. A lot of personal development, leadership books over there. A lot of relationship and love books over there. Christianity books, and then over there is like the video games and stuff. Here is the most important part of the office, of course. So. This is not the desk that I ordered. If you guys are following me on social media, you guys know for a fact that I ordered a massive desk that told me it was gonna take about 6 to 7 weeks to get here. That 6 to 7 weeks ends about next week. So I put the kitchen table that was here, since we don't really eat at the kitchen table, we eat at like the counter with the bar stools, we eat upstairs in the living room for the most part. I put that in here, but you can't really mount these type of monitors onto glass. Luckily, the desk I have is wood, so the minute that desk comes in, these two 49-inch monitors, one is going on top of the other, and I can have my laptop and then monitor, and I can have obviously two 49-inch screens on top of each other. But for right now, they're side by side, so it kind of looks weird. I don't like looking and panning back and forth and back and forth. I just like looking up and down. So that's why I'm just using one right now, and one is only on. But in about a week, they'll be on top of each other. So obviously I have, still my favorite canvases are behind it, the billionaire one. This is a new one that I didn't have before. I don't have a 9 to 5. I have it when I open my eyes, when I close my eyes. Money, rubber bands, everything, like I said, everything represents me in here. We come over here, we have this piano. It is not on right now, but I'm going to turn it on in a second. I am currently learning the piano, new skills. Boom, I am learning the piano right now as we speak, on top of learning Spanish. So by the time we get to next year, hopefully I am amazing at playing the piano. Come over here, and we have this computer. This is still the Mac Tower, the Mac Pro, and the actual tower is beneath it. We still have both of them. I have this one in here, I have the other one in the living room in our house, and I have it right here behind this little bar thing right now because of the monitors. Realistically, those two monitors are gonna go on top of each other, and this is gonna go over there. You come over here, I have my championship belts. I have, mail, my Polaroids, things of that nature. Over here, I have a lot of my workout equipment like ab roller, boxing gloves. I got grappling gloves for MMA, things of that nature, because if you look down, there's like a black mat that's there, and we're gonna have two side by side. And me and my brother kind of roll, we kind of fight on the mat to kind of get better, especially with MMA in general. Aqua bag. A lot of people don't know too much about it, but an aqua bag is just filled with water, and it helps a lot more than punching this big, heavy bag. I use this more so for like kicks and like grappling and knees and stuff like that, but I obviously have been learning MMA for about a year now, and I'm actually headed to Thailand again to fight again and see how that goes. So fighting, piano, Spanish, the three things that I'm focusing on. This is my office, and like I said, most importantly, this is where everything goes down. So the monitors, obviously, I can see so much on the screen. You guys know I'm a swing trader, so when I'm looking on this 49-inch monitor, I'm looking on the daily time frame. The daily goes all the way back to 2020, which is not necessarily necessary because we got the pandemic, and where the market was during the pandemic is different from where it is now. But I like to look at the overall charts and the overall movement of everything. And I just love the office that I have here. Like it's away from the house. It's still connected, so if it rains, because it rains a lot in Puerto Rico, there is like, what is it, a covering? What is it called, O'Connor? What is it? I don't know. It's a covering, so if I'm going from the kitchen to my office, I won't get wet. Luna and her cat, which we've named Penny, they kind of stay in this office at night. Like when I'm working, I open the door, they just stay in the office and just lay down while I'm working. So for the most part, you guys see all the shades are open, or half of them are open. At night, every single shade is closed. There's complete, like, it's not darkness in here because I obviously have like a key light and then some of my lights on in here. But for the most part, from the outside, it's completely closed, locked off. Everything is all quiet and dark in here. And obviously we'll throw in some B-roll late at night so you guys can see it, because I feel safe. I feel like I can, start preparing for what I need to prepare for with the businesses or trading. And I don't like feeling like people from outside can kind of look at me and I feel weird and I got to turn around. No, everything is all quiet and closed off in here. And I think periods of isolation is how you're going to get to where you want to get to. And I want to say that, for example, because that is why I take these think weeks. That's why once every few months, I'll go out the country, go to a different state, bring a bunch of books with me and just read, because that period of isolation is going to pop off that next idea. When me and Billy took our last think week in October, 5 ideas came that shaped our current life today. And I'm not gonna name those 5 ideas, but just know all 5 of those ideas were very, very, very important. I'll name 2 of them right now. One of them was to get pregnant, the other one was to move to Puerto Rico. And obviously both of those things happened in the next year because they obviously changed our life. Bill Gates, obviously his think weeks where he's periods of isolation, Microsoft Explorer. A lot of his inventions came from think weeks. So make sure when you guys I know people like to work in public and at Starbucks and at the kitchen, it's like, try to be more isolated, because that socialization can distract you. Maybe not, it distracts me. I have never thought I'd have all of this in my office. When it was completely empty, there was nothing in my mind that said, oh, I'm gonna have a basketball hoop here and heavy bag and an aqua bag and this and that, nothing. But the more you're in here, the more you spend time in here, you're just like, yo, what could I do to kill time? Like when I'm waiting for a trade and when I'm planning a YouTube video, or I'm doing other business things, what can I do? Oh, I can fight. I can play the piano, I can play basketball. How did I forget this? Actually, I have the day bed that we had in our guest suite at Circa. I put it in here just in case if I want to take a nap in here for an hour or 2 hours, I can, because everybody knows, and Bailey knows as well, when I sleep in the bed with Bailey and I say I'm gonna take an hour nap, that 1 hour ends up being me crashing because the bed is so comfortable. We have the memory foam and this and that. I'm next to my wife, I got my dogs next to me. It's just like, and obviously my daughter as well. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna fall asleep for a long amount of time. Here, I'm not gonna fall asleep that long. It's an hour, 2 hours, I can get right back to work. But for the most part, that is the office of Swaggy. See, everything goes down in here. If you guys are a day trader, swing trader, scalper, whatever it may be, even if you guys are a businessman, make sure the office that you're in works for you. It doesn't have to work for anybody else, it works for you. It is where you're supposed to be the greatest, where greatness is created. And if it's meant for somebody else. I know a lot of people out there who's like, well, my wife or even my husband are just like, well, you can get a corner of this part, but I don't want the whole room to be this. For what? We're all entrepreneurs. We're all trying to be the best in our field and in our craft, and make your space the best place possible for you. And for me, everything in here represents me. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick video on my office. It is finally done. I am very, very happy. And this is the office you guys will see for, we're gonna be in Puerto Rico for a long time. We're not leaving here whatsoever. We've already been here longer than we've been in Texas, and that says a lot. Connor, I really appreciate your time. And I am actually going to take Leia to the airport, and then I'm gonna come back to the office. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.